Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hey, it's already the 11th. Golly, days are flying by, child. Good morning to you. Okay, good morning. How you doing? All right, let's get right into this live. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Zine. And today we're reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information. Okay. All that information is in the description box below. All right, let's get into this read today. Channel message read is: their ignorance is expensive. Okay? Their ignorance is expensive. You have some individuals out here that feel like ignorance is bliss. In some cases, it may be. But in some cases, being ignorant or being blissful while being ignorant, it can really cost a person a lot of things. And that is what's happening here. It's causing these individuals or group of people, take it how it resonates in your story. Please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Not everything I'm going to mention to you is going to resonate. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? They thought that by staying comfortable in their ignorance here, that it would have paid off to where they would have received some form of a lump sum of something. It may not be a financial thing. It may be a physical thing. It could be an emotional thing. It could be a psychological thing. It could be a mental thing. Okay? Take it how it resonates. But in some way, somehow, they really put all of their eggs into the basket in regards to being blissful while being ignorant towards you or surrounding you here. They thought that their ignorance were going to pay off to where they would have put you in a position to where you would have succumbed to their ignorance, okay? A lot of people feel that if they stay in ignorance, that their ignorance is going to allow them to thrive beyond their means or beyond measures here, and that's not the case here. I don't advise you guys to be ignorant in situations or just more so life in general here, because the more ignorance that you become, or basically ignorance basically means lack of wisdom or knowledge. That's the etymology of the word ignorance. It is the lack of wisdom or the lack of knowledge. And I don't advise you guys, specifically if you're wanting to go on to become successful or whatever it is that you're wanting to do here. I highly advise you guys to not be ignorant when it comes to life or just life in general here. So with that being said here, ignorance feels like bliss until the bill shows up. There's always some form of a bill or payment that needs to be paid in regards to whatever it is that you're putting out. So an example would be if you're putting out ignorance, well, that ignorance eventually will become very expensive, because the more that you don't know, the more that you're going to have to pay into or pay out because of the lack of knowledge or more so ignorance that a person may hold. On the flip side of it, if you are one that always studying or always researching or always getting down to the bottom of things, well, then you'll understand or you can relate that bill will be more so, it won't be as expensive. It'll be very probably minuscule, or you might not even have a bill because you're now understanding the ways of the world or how life works here, if that makes sense. So ignorance feels like bliss until the bill shows up. You'll see it in the ones who avoid hard truths, laugh off warnings, surround themselves with yes men, and call accountability an attack. They'd rather stay comfortable in a lie than be uncomfortable in the truth. But comfort is expensive when reality finally cashes in. Okay? Well, I don't think this page is for you, Linda, Raynon, or whatever your name. I have every right to be ignorant to people way I treated by all. Okay, well then maybe this page is not for you. Okay, so if you decide to stay in ignorance and you decide to not thrive while remaining ignorant, I don't think this page is for you. Okay, so you need to find somewhere else to go, because I advocate for you guys to not be ignorant, because ignorance can actually hurt you or harm you if you decide to stay in that position here. And that's not what I promote here, or yeah, I don't promote ignorance. I don't. So you need to find somewhere else to go. There's no sad stories or sob stories that's going to get me or move me to where, if you feel you want to remain in stagnancy or ignorance, that's all on you. But don't project that onto other people, because that's how you feel. Tis what it is. Okay, we have a person that's on this ledge, is on sitting on this tub here, and there's a lot of things that's going on in this picture at this moment here. It's like they're trying to shave themselves, they're trying to keep a balance on things. I mean, there's even food that's within here in the bathroom setting here. Like, they're really trying to figure out the correct path that they can take to be able to move forward here. So there's a lot of occurrences or a lot of disturbances here as this person is trying to level out, or more so balance out what is happening here. Again, there's a lot that's going on here. It's like they're trying to find the correct page of this book that they're trying to read, while they're also eating, while they're also trying to balance themselves. This person may have bumped their knee as well. There's a lot of signs here that this person may not be as balanced as they would like to be here. So they're trying to find a balance within this setting here, more so a bathroom setting. I'll even look at it this way. When we think of a bathroom setting, a bathroom is a place or a setting where you go to release things, your excrements, in that kind of way. And I feel like this person may feel safe within a bathroom setting. And this is more figuratively, it could be physically speaking as well too, but more so figuratively and what metaphorically speaking here, this person feels like the bathroom here is a place where they can release all of the pressures of life, or to release all of the things that doesn't serve them for their highest good here. So they're trying to get rid of waste. But while they're attempting to get rid of this waste here, it feels like this waste won't release them. So it's like a double-edged sword here when it comes to this person in this picture here. They're trying to release things that no longer serve them, but they're still encapsulated in things that they refuse to release. So it's like, damn if you do or damn if you don't. And they feel like by staying in ignorance that it'll be very blissful for them. So they feel like if they are not aware as to what's going on around them, they feel like that it will be their comfort zone, or they feel safe within a bubble here. And that bubble is popped, or it has popped, because of judgment, the gavel. That makes sense. The judgment of spirit has now entered the chat. And spirit is coming to collect on the things that they refuse to pay up on. Ignorance. No accountability, not taking the heeds or heeding the warnings that were given to them. These are things that they have to now use to cash in to see if they can get another opportunity or another chance here. And it's not working the way that they anticipate. Also, it costs them opportunities they'll never see, bridges that they can't rebuild, money that they can't replace, and control they can't keep. It strips their credibility, exposes their lies, leaves them isolated, and locks them in the same cycle while the world moves on. In the end, the bill comes due in humiliation, regret, and a loneliness that they can't escape. So the bill that they have to pay consists of humiliation, people seeing them for the true filth that they are. Regrets, they're regretting that they did not take heed to the lessons or the messages or the warning signs that you were giving to them, and a loneliness that they can't escape. So putting humiliation and regret together alongside with loneliness here is a recipe for disaster when they feel that they're not able to escape what they have tried to implement into your life here. I even taken the liberty to break down a couple of words here to help you to understand where I'm coming from. The first one is ignorance, lack of wisdom or knowledge. The next one is expensive. It is very expensive when it comes to their ignorance. So the etymology of the word expensive is to give into profuse, expenditure. The etymology of the word profuse is lavish, extravagant, liberal to excess. So despite or while that the ignorance is very expensive, they thought that they could be very lavish or very rich in ignorance, if that makes sense. And then the last one is expenditure, to weigh out or to pay out. They were willing to pay out in regards to the ignorance that they carried, or the ignorance that basically supersede their life, or more so took control of their life or had control over their life. So they were okay with being ignorant in what they were doing towards yourself and other people here, and they were willing to pay the expense of the ignorance that they had within self. It have happened or have worked with previous individuals from the past here, but when it came to you, it's more that they have to pay. It's much more expensive in regards to what they have to pay for, and they don't have the funds, they don't have the time, or they don't have the energy to be able to pay for what they have done here. Okay. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like they're trying to break open their old tricks or their old tips in regards to doing what they did best before. It worked before, but it's not working anymore. So it's like they're trying to dust off their artifacts of deceit or their artifacts of lies here to feel that they can continue to subdue you here, and it's not working in the way that they anticipate here. All of the old bags, the old tricks that they had that have worked in the past, it doesn't work with you. And it puts them in a position of being very paranoid or having paranoia here. Okay? All right. So we have this woman here that's in a form of an angelic space. Okay? Good morning to you. They're in an angelic space, or they feel connected to spirit, to God, to universe, to Jesus, to however it resonates here. Okay. Hey, Ren, how you doing? Hey, Henry. Hey, Calvin, how you doing? Good morning, y'all. Hi, Brian. How y'all doing? They're really disturbed that you're not paying attention to their ignorance, or they're very disturbed that you're not calling out their ignorance. They thought that they could put you in some form of a dual arguments or a fight here, where they thought that they could get you to completely argue and fight with them, day in and day out here. But you're not doing that here. You're more on a peaceful path or a peaceful journey here, and it's being shown not only by yourself but other people that watch you. So take that how that resonates. You find solace and peace, or you found solace and peace. Somebody could be constipated. Eating grapes is good for constipation. Someone's name is Petunia, or you may love petunia flowers, or that could be someone's nickname. I'm also hearing the name Pashell, Pashall, Pashal, Pashara. I'm also hearing the name Preston. Peter. So we have this doctor. What is this? We have this doctor here that is. I feel like for whoever resonates here, I feel like they sought out to get a doctor to watch you, or more so to study you. It could be a psychologist, something with the mind. I'm also hearing paratransits as well. Take that how that resonates. But there's something surrounding a doctor, an actual doctor, a credible doctor that they may have reached out to get them to watch you, to watch your mannerisms. So you could have been studied. You could have been in a study group, unbeknownst to you. A mother or father may have set this up here to get you to be scrutinized by a psychiatrist or a psychologist, something with the mind, because they're not able to understand or decipher your mind. So they felt that if they reach out to a psychiatrist or a psychologist here, that they will be able to get more information or insight as to how your mind works. Your mind is very different. You're a very, very unique individual here. And being unique in this space or this stance here puts other people at guards, that they feel like they have to protect themselves from you because they don't understand you. And normally when another person or a person don't understand you here, they see you as a form of a threat. So you have individuals here, because they're well into their ignorance here. They felt that because they did not understand you or where you were coming from here, that something bad or harmful needed to be happened to you here because of the ignorance that they held or hold. And as I mentioned, ignorance is very expensive, specifically if they don't want the truth. So it tends to cause them a lot of opportunities that they'll never see. They blame you for it. Bridges that they can't rebuild, they blame you for it. They destroyed or they tried to do harmful things towards you here, and when you're able to wake up or awaken to see what they're doing, you've completely eradicated them or disconnected from them or blocked them here. Now they're upset at you because they can't use you as the bridge to rebuild the foolishness that they have been trying to build here or rebuild here. The foolishness that they have been building or trying to rebuild here was nothing but ignorance. They also have money that they can't replace. They never had money, or they never were able to never were able to account for the money that they have acquired here, because the money that they have acquired or achieved wasn't in good sense or good spirit. It was very negative here. So they blame you for why they're not able to replace their money or replenish their money. Also, they can't control what they can't keep. So it was all about control when it came to the individuals or group of people. Take how it resonates here. And they blame you for that. It strips their credibility, exposes their lies, and leaves them isolated and locks them in the same cycle while the world move on. They never thought in a million years. Hey, Albin, thank you. They never thought in a million years that the world will continue to move forward while they remain in a standstill of things here. So they blame you for that. They blame you for you being successful. They blame you for the reason why you've ignored them. They blame you for the reason why you decide to move forward. They blame you for the reason why their life is falling apart. It's literally damn if you do, damn if you don't, which is why I always highly suggest for you guys to make sure, excuse me, that you're living life for you and not for anybody else here, okay? You're not the problem, but that's just how they perceive you here. They have to scapegoat a person or you, or they have to project how they're feeling towards other people here to get out of the karma that they have created for themselves here, and it's not working in the way that they anticipate. They expended a lot, or they spend a lot to remain ignorant. That's a real thing. They feel that if they are comfortable in their ignorance, that they won't have to deal with anything that they keep trying to create, not only for themselves, but other people here. This is why I feel more so this is a pandemic of mental illness that a lot of people are not willing to accept, or more so willing to see that a lot of people out here, you have good individuals versus negative individuals. And I'm speaking to you guys is on the right side of things here. And a lot of people tend to sweep what negative individuals or people that are on the wrong side of the wrongdoings here, they tend to sweep their foolishness underneath the rug here because they feel like that, number one, it makes them very powerful. Here's my perspective on this. I would never ever see an individual as very powerful if you have to hide your wrongdoings behind the scenes. If you have to cloak yourself to feel powerful, you're not powerful. If you have to hide and cloak your wrongdoings behind someone's back, you're not powerful. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. You can't be tough behind someone's back, and then the moment that they see or able to penetrate through the things that they're able to see in regards to this negative person here, they want to backtrack. That don't give me power, it gives me scary. Hiding behind fake pages, thinking that you can't be caught or seen, it gives me scary vibes. Trying to troll underneath different various channels here, it doesn't give powerful, it gives scary. And it always gives me the blueprint as to who these so-called individuals think that they are or may not be. It gives coward, it gives scary, it gives bitch. And for someone that is coming up in that way or presenting himself in that way, it's very laughable and it's very comical to me. Oh, Lord, child. I truly feel, me being a psychic, and I'm a profound psychic, yes, I'm going to hype myself up because I'm the only one that can do it better than me. It is what it is. I find it very comical that people really feel that because they're behind a fake page that they can't, number one, be touched, or number two, can't be disposed for the filth that they are. And in the moment that you call them out on their shadows or the dark shadows or the skeletons that they have within behind their closet, now you're looked at as the person that's, oh, you're evil and you're this and you're demonic or whatever the case may be. Child, please, if you are so big and bad like you keep thinking that you are a karmic, use your real profile, use your real picture, and show us just how powerful that you are. And I know, and we know, collectively speaking, we know that you're not going to pull that trigger, boo. So just save yourself the embarrassment, okay? Imagine they're calling you crazy, but they're the one that have to use fake profile to hide their true identity, which is thoroughly and truthfully crazy or insane. They hide behind fake pages and fake profiles and fake pictures to prove just how ill they are mentally. These are the riffraffs that want you to be afraid of them, afraid of someone that's behind a fake page. Be afraid of someone that can't show their true raw identity in regards to who they are. If you're going to bully the collective, be open and be proud of being that bully that you truly are. But they can't, because ignorance is expensive. They want you to succumb to the ignorance that they keep trying to push on to you or trying to project on to you. Child, please. Make it make sense. Shh. Boo. Hey, hey. Make it make sense. group, let's break this down a bit. This is why I implore and advise you guys and suggest to you guys to break it down. Look, this is you. You are the fire. You are the flame that at any point in time that someone attempts to try to come up against you here, you will burn them alive. Literally, figuratively, spiritually. Take it how it resonates. They are so afraid of your burn. They are so afraid of your life that they have to hide behind your back to feel powerful, and they're not at all. How is it that someone has an issue with you, Divine Collective here, and they're behind your back? Wait, look. Yes, they are keyboard cunters. Oh man, I was never understanding how the can you be tough behind keyboards and you think that we can't see you. That's the funny part here. And then when you spook them, like, oh they got me. Oh, let me stop. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself. Again, they have to pay for the ignorance, which is very expensive. You don't know who walks with who. I'm going to keep saying it until it sticks. You don't know who walks with who. Leave people alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Oh, they would never catch me. They were never caught on. Okay, keep thinking that. Just because we don't say anything doesn't mean we don't know anything. Some of you guys are very strategic in the way that you move. And yeah, listen, I'm an advocate for that. You don't have to put all your cards on the table or in the front line. Sometimes you need to keep your cards to yourself. Because these individuals here really feel like that they have the game down pat. And they don't. Despite them creating the game for you, they still don't have it down pat. So the joke's on them, 100%. They look very foolish. They look like an idiot. And you're able to see right past them. Then when their life is falling apart, now they thinking it's you. Okay, whatever. Think what you want to think, Karmic. But just know you would never, ever move the Divine Collective. It is what it is. However way you feel towards the Divine Collective, you'll never, ever be able to move them, boo. You're too much of a coward and too powerless behind the Collective's back to think that the Collective will ever be afraid of you. Child, please. Anywho, we have funeral here, okay? Those same keyboard cunters, the one that keep trying to hide behind your back and trying to make you think it's someone else. No, it's them. It's an ex-lover, ex-spouse, a mother figure, father figure, brother. Those so-called trolls that be trolling your social medias here is someone that you know. Again, an ex-spouse, an ex-lover, a mother, a father, a brother, a cousin, a sister, an ex-friend. That's who it is. And you're going to get strong confirmation that they'll be preparing for a funeral here. It is what it is. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not hiding anything from anyone. It is what it is. So if you ever thought, who is this trolls that keep trolling me? Who is this troll that always got something to say is incorrect information, but they feel comfortable being in the dark while they're not in the dark here? It's someone that you closely are aware of, or that you have known, or you have had some form of a connection with here. That's who's doing the so-called foolishness behind the scenes here. But don't worry, they won't be here for too much longer. How could you say something like that? Because that's the truth. I'm tired of people trying to push or progress lies at truth. And then finally, when the truth rears its beautiful head, not even its ugly head, its beautiful head, now they can't handle it. Well, don't get in something. Don't put yourself in a predicament or situation that you cannot handle. Don't become a bully if you can't handle the backlash of you being a bully. Don't put yourself in uncompromising positions here when you know for a fact that you won't be able to get out of the situation. It is what it is. Don't use social media as a form of an outlet to bully other people. And then the person is aware that you're attempting to bully them and they call you out on your foolishness. Don't run or don't hide, because it's giving powerless. It's giving foolish. It's giving ignorance. And that's the ignorance that they have to pay, whether they like it or not. We don't give a flying F, whether they like it or not. But if you continuously keep trying to come up against the collective with your ignorance, karmic, there is a price that is going to be very expensive that you will not be able to pay, because we all know that they're paying with their life. That's why it's so expensive. They're the one that's putting a life or price on their life. You don't. Don't you ever, Divine Collective, ever put a price on your life. Your life will always 100%, 1,000,000% always be priceless. And if you're coming up against someone that always see your life in the form of a payment, stay far away from them riffraffs. Stay far away from them. Far away. And they are feeling the energy of pre-transition around them. They are. They won't tell you that, though. They are afraid to pre-transition. Imagine someone calling upon death for you, afraid to have the same circumstances happen to them. They're literally preying on your downfall 100%, 1,000,000%. But now that the tables have turned, they can't handle the energy of death that rides their back like a horse, that rides their back like a bull, that rides their back like a pony. They can't handle it. Y'all hear my baby going? My baby's going off in the back. Just keep barking and woof, 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 woof. He giving warning shots. That I'm gonna take that as confirmation. We have who don't hear will feel. Who don't hear will feel. One more time. Who don't hear, who refuses to hear will feel. And they know they're in a lot of trouble. They can't leap towards you. They can't leap towards you because they know that you refuse to get them out of trouble. Why would you get someone out of trouble when they're the one that's causing the trouble to begin with? This is when and how these individuals think that you are very unintelligent or stupid on your end, because they feel like, well, I can cause harm towards the collective, but they would never find out. And then the same breath, for the same token here, despite them causing harm towards you here, they want you to help them get out of the harm or causes that they tried to cause towards you. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. I know what I'm talking about. Is a volcano. They're in a deep pit of shit. They're in a deep pit of shit. Courtesy of Stamp 8802 on Instagram. He states they're in a deep pit. I say they're in a deep pit of shit. All they have left is chaos. That's all they have left. And that's filling on them. That's backfiring on them. Ignorance, again, is very expensive. Be very mindful in regards to what you're ignorant to, because it may cost you. It may cost you your finances. It may cost you your peace. It may cost you your physical body. It may cause you your mental state, your mental space. It's going to cause you a lot. And I highly advise you not to allow ignorance to cause you a lot. Because sometimes when someone is in pure 100% ignorance, they can't pay for what they place themselves in. So I highly advise you not to stay in ignorance. It's laws. Big, big, big laws. have to pee. Give me a second. It happens. Hold on, y'all. Shit. Sorry about that. Okay. So we have the wheel of we have a wall of a brick layered full of walls, or walls filled with bricks here that they feel that can protect them here. They feel like their walls of lies are going to protect them. Lies will never ever be protected when it comes to truth, specifically when you know that they are a liar here. It's not going to protect them, and they see that. It's actually very aggressive. Their lies that they have spoke is now their downfall here, and they're trying to cover up their lies. I feel like trolling someone or being underneath someone's channel here and speaking very foolish things, or in the comments here, it really gives scary. It really gives very powerless. It gives very meek and weak. That's what it gives. Someone's name is Anastasia, Astasia, however that resonates. Someone's name is Tony or Timothy Tomlinson, Tomilson, Tomlinson, Thompson, Teresa, Teres, Tarika, Tiffany. It could be spelled Tiphony, Tiffany, or Tiffany, Tiffany, or Tiffanie. Take that how that resonates. I'm hearing Toledo. Tace, Tace. Take that how that resonates. Their ignorance has cost them a lot more than they can afford. Trickery is in reverse. Trickery is 100% in reverse. And they're very afraid because you are not tricked by them, or you cannot be tricked by them. So it leaves them in a space where they feel like, oh, well, what am I going to do? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. And the collective see me for what I am, and I want to get out of this. That's dumb. That's a them thing, not you. That's not a you thing. That's a them thing here. Someone could have been meditating, and you successfully learned how to meditate. You may have received some form of confirmation, or you may have received some form of proof that you can actually meditate, okay? You may have connected with a source or a spirit here. I'm seeing a big bright light. Take that how that resonates, okay? Just take it how it resonates. You could be honoring your ancestors as well. Take that how that resonates. But just know all of your hard work is not null and void. It's being seen, or it's being shown here. So if you needed confirmation, if your meditation was working, Okay, some of you guys may have gotten a message from from a grandmother figure here, or you may have gotten a visit from a passed over loved one that was a grandmother here. See, coffin is here. So there's a grandmother figure that may have passed, or a mother figure here that may have passed that have been guiding you or telling you what to do here. Okay, so this grandmother or mother figure here could now be an actual guardian angel. So take that how that resonates. We do have family room here. And I feel like the family room is not aware. They feel like once a person has pre-transitioned or has passed over, that that's the end. They don't understand how the afterlife works, clearly, because they keep feeling that you're not protected, and that's not the case here. But there's a strong either mother figure that loved you, that was on the right side of things, or there's a grandmother figure here that loved you, that was on the right side of things. Take that how that resonates here. But we have coffin and we have family room here. And I feel like that this either mother figure that was on your side or this grandmother figure here is telling you or spilling the deets in regards to what they are trying to do towards you here with message of concern. So you've been receiving a lot of messages from a grandmother or mother figure, mama, big mama, granny, grandma, however it resonates for you here. And it's causing a lot of concern towards this false person here. Look, mature woman, either a mother figure that was on your side or actual grandmother that was on your side here. They're giving you the information here. What to do, what not to do, when to go, when to stop, when, they're giving you the play-by-play, and hopefully you're listening to what this grandmother or mother figure is saying towards you here. Positive mother or grandmother. I need to make that clear. Now, if this is a grandmother here that really looked out for you when they were alive here, there was either a mother figure, a toxic mom, or a toxic dad here that didn't like the fact that this grandmother was always giving you the play-by-play, were always breaking things down for you, or always giving you insight in regards to what they were doing towards you here. They didn't like it. They didn't like this grandmother figure, but they respect this grandmother figure from a mile away or from far away here, because they knew not to say or to step to this mother figure here in anything negative, because they knew they would have gotten completely 100% chopped down. A lot of people may have stated or have said that you have a lot of mannerisms surrounding this either positive mother figure or positive grandmother figure. Take it how it resonates. Oh, you just like your grandmother, or you just like your mother, that's an indicator that they're with you. Take that how that resonates, okay? We have community here. So this community is seeing how a person is treating you or have tried to treat you here, and they've completely turned their back on this person here with the pathway in reverse. You could be eating lasagna, or you could be eating spaghetti, some kind of a Italian dish here, okay? We have concern here as well too. You may be constipated. I think I mentioned it. Okay. Highly recommend some form of grapes or some kind of water that will help you to get unconstipated, okay? So it could be the foods that you're currently eating that's what's making you constipated. And you may have to shift or change your diet here so that way you're not, okay? Someone's name is Thomasima. We have right time. So it's always like when they were in the midst of trying to push you in a very harsh reality, it was always right on time in regards to you getting out of the situation that they may have tried to put you in here. Full of lies is what they're in. They're in a full of lies. And it was always the right time or the right space where you always were able to get out of the situation. So they became very desperate in trying to keep you in a stuck situation, and it has not worked here. Your knowledge of ignorance is what saved you. Your knowledge of ignorance is what puts you forward or push you through. The ignorance of them is very expensive, but you being aware of the ignorance that they hold or carry became very successful for you because you are aware as to how they think, how they move, how they do things here. So you guys are two different spectrums here. Someone's name is Anna or Annie, Annalise, could be Annapolis, Andale, take it how it resonates. Apricot. Someone's name is Ashley, Ashton. You could be from Alaska. I'm here in Appleton. You may love apples. Someone's name is Anwar, A-N-W-A-R. I'm here in Appleby. We have naive in reverse. You were not naive. This is how they perceive you to other people. Oh, they don't know anything. Oh, they don't know any better. They don't this. But because the collective don't know any better, you could still try to cause harm towards them. What the f? Are you kidding me? Because of how they perceived you as naive. They think that it's okay for other people to cause harm towards you because they perceived you as such. So just because a person may not know something, that gives another person the right to cause harm towards them. Let's break this down. Most individuals that are in the negative side of things thrive on your ignorance of what you don't know. And they capitalize off of the ignorance that you're not aware of. Well, shoot, if you don't know, I mean, that's going to work out for me. That kind of way. They depended on you becoming ignorant or staying ignorant for them to thrive off of your ignorance. How does that make sense? They thrived off of your ignorance. And they expected for you to succumb to the ignorance of you not being aware as to what they're trying to do towards you. Make it make sense. We're really dealing with individuals. This is a pandemic of individuals that are mentally ill or mentally unstable or have some form of a mental instability that people or society wants to push off as if they are right in their mind and they're not. A person that's right in their mind is not going to have 5011 fake pages or profiles or bully people behind their back. Make it make sense. I don't want to co-host with anybody. Stop asking me, please. I don't want to co-host with anybody. Stop asking me, okay? We have bad advice. Bad advice. If anything, they're the one that's naive because they're the one that don't know what's what. I'm going to look up the word naive, the etymology of the word naive here. Naive means, the etymology of the word naive, natural, simple, unsophisticated, artless. It can also mean foolish, innocent, and unspoiled. It also can mean not artificial, very rustic in nature, unreflecting, and also can mean uncritical. So they wanted you to be unsophisticated or unaware or unknown to what they have done towards you here. And they felt like that they could capitalize off your naivete here because the more that you don't know, the more or the better off that they would be. But what happens when the tables turn and you're fully aware as to what they have been doing towards you here and you're not naive anymore? You got to remember, when you're dealing with individuals in this caliber here, it's a one-track mind of things. In the moment that you've destroy their one-track mind of things here, they tend to self-destruct. We have external influence. They need other people to see their points of view in order for them to feel powerful. So you're telling me I need another person to confirm what I'm saying in order for me to be powerful? That doesn't make sense to me. Why do I need to bank on what another person's point of view is, or the external validation as to how another person may see fit for me to even think or feel that I'm powerful? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Because it gets you in a position where you tend to self-sabotage yourself. Follow me. Do what I say. Don't worry about you. Don't listen to your intuition. Don't follow your discernment. Just follow what I'm saying and just do. No, don't. Never, ever, ever self-sabotage yourself to the point where you don't even believe in yourself. You got to leave yourself alone to follow another person for you to feel important? No. No, ma'am, or no, sir. 100%. Always make sure that you follow the advice of self. Always make sure that you follow the discernment of self. Always. First and foremost. That's the only way that they can get through or get ahead, is by capitalizing off of your ignorance. Again, ignorance is expensive. The more ignorant that they are, the more ignorant that they become, the more they have to pay out. And why should you have to pay out in regards to another person's ignorance? Don't do that to yourself. It say anger. It say anger. So they get mad and angry at you because you refuse to be influenced by an external influence of the bad advice that they have for you. Now that doesn't work for you. They see that, but they don't want you to see that. They want to put you in a position where you humiliate yourself. Here it is. Oh, well, you should never listen to me. When nobody tell you to get that advice. No one told you to listen to me. No one told you this. No one's. They want to put you in a position where you are publicly humiliated. That's the only way that they can feel powerful, is if you are humiliated publicly. But the only way that they can get you to humiliate yourself publicly is if you take the bad advice in regards to what they have said towards you. So the moment that you may have taken the bad advice and you follow through with the bad advice and it didn't work out or pan out in the way that you anticipate, now you may show a side, could be anger, take it how it resonates here, or also self-sabotage, where now they feel that they have won. See, well, I didn't tell you to do that. Who told you to do that? Well, why would you listen to me? Now they're trying to make it as if it's your fault as to the reason why you're very angry, and the self-sabotage that they try to push onto you. Pay attention to these riffraffs. Pay attention to these derelicts. They don't mean you no good. None whatsoever. All they have is bad vibes for you. That's it. That's all they have for you. And they want you to take the bad vibes that they're giving to you. Because the more that you listen to them, the more you procrastinate yourself. The more that you procrastinate your life. The more that you procrastinate the life decision that you should be making for yourself. They know exactly what they're doing, which is why I don't feel any type of way in regards to what happens to them. It is what it is. I will not cry or support a person that's trying to cause harm intentionally towards another person. I just won't. I can't and I won't. It is what it is. I don't care who don't like it. Someone may live in Niagara Falls. Doesn't Niagara have a spray that you can use to what's the word? Like flatten out your pants. So if you're like a person that loves to use, it's a certain type of spray. I believe it was called Niagara though. That you would use to iron your pants out. It would make it very straightened here. It's in the greenish, yellowish can. I believe that's what it was. But we have yes, starch, but I believe it was called Niagara, if I'm not mistaken. We have 9 of Swords here. Someone's name is Brittany. They thought by getting you to go against yourself, it was going to cause some form of nightmare, but it did not. It caused nightmare to themselves because you cannot be beaten. Again, a person that hates you so much, they have to do things behind the scenes of who you are truly here, is always going to end in a bad space or bad spot for them with the Page of Cups in reverse. If you look at this picture here of all these eyes down here, this is all of the eyes or experiences that they have utilized to make themselves feel powerful. So all of their skeletons or all of their bones are hiding underneath this bed here. And they're filled with 9 of Swords, nightmares, insomnia, scared, anxiety, very afraid of the outcome, what's going to happen for them. The outcome is public humiliation. The outcome is them hiding behind the scenes here because they can't handle how people view them. And in some cases here, this person may take some form of a narcotic or paraphernalia here to end their existence. That's what it is. I'm not sugarcoating it for anybody. It is what it is. Yes, they feel very tormented by their own actions, by the external influence of their own actions. Remember, they created this within their mind to put you in a maze where they felt like that you would be in the same predicament that they're not. No. It doesn't resonate for you because you're not doing the things that they're doing towards you. It is what it is. Let's say justice here. A person who don't have their life together can't give advice on a person who's trying to get their life together. Let me repeat that. A person who does not 100% have their life together cannot give advice towards an individual that's either trying to do better for themselves or in a situation or environment that gives them the opportunity to do better. They can't give you advice. Not every advice that you receive from many walks of life means that it's the best advice that you should take. That's where your discernment comes in. Again, they know what they're doing. They just don't want you to be aware of that. These individuals want you to follow their lead, but their lead is to a path of destruction. That's where their path leads. A path of destruction. How is that going to benefit you if you allow a person to lead you down a path of destruction? How would that work for you? How does this make sense? Do not be afraid to question the individuals that surround you on the day to day, despite their background or despite the title that they hold. Do not. They're intentional with the negative energy or the negative thoughts or the negative pre-notions that they have surrounding you. They are intentional. They sat and they thought about it and they think, the collective don't talk to me. The collective don't listen to me. The collective don't take my bad advice. Well, let me put them strategically in a position where they have no choice or no option but to take what I stated. No, you have choices out here. As a divine collective, a part of the divine collective, you have choices out here. And not every option or choice that a person may have to offer to you may not be the best interest for your life, for your success. Use your discernment. To hell with what other people say or think. And specifically for the ones that you have completely scared or put to the side or ignored, and they have an issue with you not taking heed to the bad advice that they have for you here. They were never your peoples. They were never meant to be in your corner. They were never meant to be on your side. Pay attention. Use your discernment. These are the type of individuals. I don't think you should hang with such and such. Well, I don't think you should such and such. Then ask the question, why? Well, why shouldn't I hang with such and such? Or why shouldn't I be around such and such? Or whatever the case may be. 10 times out of 10, they can't even give you a complete, concrete answer in regards to what they stated. So I'll give you an example, collective-wise. Let's say you're hanging with a new person, and a person from the past comes by, and they see that you two are connected and you have a good flow between you and that person. They're going to come try to put a bird in your ear. You shouldn't, collective, you shouldn't talk to this person. Well, why not? Because you shouldn't. Why not? Because you shouldn't. That's not a right answer for me. If you have solid ground facts, substantial facts in regards to another person, place, or thing here, you should be able to validate or be able to give that substantial facts surrounding that person, place, or thing as to why the collective should be around that person, place, or thing. They don't have that. That's where the disconnect is. Does that make sense? They never expected you to question them or to give more feedback in regards to what they're saying. They just thought that you would just completely take it as is and you would just kind of just, okay, whatever. No, do not ignore the warning signs. Question everything. Anything that doesn't seem right to you, question it. And at any point in time, someone goes upset or become upset because you're questioning things, that is a red flag. Because a person that is willing and open for another person to learn from them, they would not show you that. They won't exhibit that towards you. Pay attention to the naysayers that surround you. Are you for me or are you against me? And there are people that come in with beautiful faces or nice looking faces or gentle faces here. They use what they have to attempt to destroy you. They use what they have on themselves or on their person to attempt to destroy you. That's not fair to you. It's not. They think life is not fair because the way that your life is going is very ordained, or the steps are ordained. So they feel like that it's not fair for you to have ordained steps, but yet you're the one that's doing the work. You're the one that's doing all of the harsh work or the hard work or the dirty work to ensure that your steps are ordained. So who in the fuck are them to try to destroy what is meant for you? Make it make sense. Please. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. That's all I ask of you. Make it make sense. Out of all the conversations that you may have on a day-to-day, make it make sense. And if it don't make sense, that's okay. Well, now you have the opportunity or the option to disconnect from things that don't make sense to you. Never, ever, never, ever go against yourself to the point where you feel uncomfortable to question the things that they're saying towards you. Question it. That is your right. That is your right. You're allowed to question anything that doesn't seem right or seem off to you. You're dealing with people that are mentally sound, mentally healthy, which is you. You're emotionally intelligent, or you're soon to be. You're logical in the way that you move through life. You're very strategic in the way that you move through life. Versus them, nothing but chaos and trying to cause judgment on you because you refuse to listen to what they have to say, or because you're so damn different that they have to destroy you because they can't understand your differences. Make it make sense, please. We have judgment here. They ignored their calling. It's in reverse. So because they ignored their calling, they want you to ignore yours. That is not your people's. They don't have any good intentions for you. Ignorance, the etymology of the word ignorance, is lack of wisdom or knowledge. Expensive, giving to profuse expenditure. To profuse is to be lavish, to be extravagant, to be liberal to access. They want to profuse their ignorance onto you, their lack of wisdom or knowledge. They want to be lavish in their ignorance towards you. They want you to be just like them, ignorant. We have Knight of Cups. So they look at you as a troublemaker. Interesting. Your uniqueness is different. Your uniqueness may come off as trouble, or you may come off as a troublemaker, and you're not any of those things here. They want you to surrender to ignorance, which is beyond me. Why would I succumb to ignorance when ignorance is not a part of my lifestyle or not a part of my day-to-day? Why should I dumb myself down because you dumb yourself down? Make it make sense. Why should I see the world in the form of ignorance when there's more to the world besides ignorance? I don't have a problem being the villain in my story. I keep saying that. I don't. I truly don't. Specifically, if you're coming up towards me, you don't even know what you're coming up against, because 10 times out of 10, they don't know the blueprint as to who you are. So for someone to just willy-nilly come towards you and they feel like that they know what they're doing towards you here, that's just not going to end well. A CUNT that hides behind someone's computer or someone's IP address will never ever sway me to make me afraid. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't care what you're saying. That would never make me afraid. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you hiding behind a computer screen? Why are you hiding behind a fake profile if you so-called hate us that much? Make it make sense. Where's the real power in that? Ask the real questions. Where's the real power behind a fake profile? Behind a group of individuals, a group of or a flock of dumb cunts. Where's the power in that? Anybody? Can anybody help me out here? Anybody? Where's the power in that? Oh, they're not gonna know who I am. Yeah, I'm just gonna come up and I'm gonna bliggly, 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 bliggly. Well, what happens if we don't bliggly, bliggly, bliggly? We're not afraid of the foolishness that you're speaking or trying to do towards us. Then what? Then they want to flip the script. Oh, they put a target on my back. No, we didn't put a target on your back, Karmic. You put the target on your back by leading with a fake profile or a fake page or a group of individuals that you feel you need to work with to make yourself feel something that you're not. You're not powerful, Karmic. This is why they don't like me specifically. And I'm here to upset anybody's spirit that's not on the right side of things. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I don't give a flying F of who thinks what, or how they feel. I don't care. Because now we're in the space now where you have to start to, you don't have to, but it's highly suggested that you call people out on their foolishness here and see how quickly they tuck their nasty tail between their legs. Their smelly legs, their frothy legs. Job, please. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you behind a fake profile that we can still decipher. Good luck, Karmic. I think that's cute. I hate you, but I won't show you that I hate you. I hate you so much, but I'm gonna hide behind a computer screen. And you'll never find out, but we still find out. So what's the next procedure in this process? Huh? What's the next procedure in this process? Ain't that what Frankie said in Set It Off? What's the procedure? What's the next procedure in this process Karmic have for you? I'm just saying. Please. Boogly boogly boo. Oh, yeah, child. Oh, man. A person that lives in fear, the only thing or the most vulnerable thing that they have is a form of a threat or opposition or some form of abuse. That's all they have. But what if you're not afraid of the opposition? You're not afraid of the abuse. You're not afraid of the threat that they keep trying to use towards you on a fake profile. What happens then? The game becomes boring. It's like, oh, I see you. Like, for instance, for me, I went to jail for the sake of my kids. And I would do it again. I don't play when it comes to my kids. I don't have custody of my kids right now. And the reason why I don't have custody of my kids is because my ex-husband lied in court with being connected with my family dynamic, mother figure, father figure, et cetera here. So that's the reason why I don't have custody of my kids. And that's something that I don't hide. But I made sure that my voice was fully heard when I went to court that day. And after all was said and done, that big back Ninja Turtle, because he's really big on the top and really skinny at the bottom, he don't work on his legs at any point in time when he go to the gym. And he reached out to me with a fake profile, and it was just so uncanny. I knew it was him when I called him by name, and he completely blocked me after I had the interaction with him. So I say all that to say here, what exactly are they putting, what fear are they putting in your life? What fear? What hurt or harm are they trying to cause towards you when they can't even face you fully 100%? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is the same ex-husband that's very pre-transitional right now. I'm fully aware. He's losing his house right now. He has no money coming in. His ex-girlfriend that he so-called left me for has left him high and dry, but she left him with a very nice gift of herpes. He also has HIV as well. I could spread all his business and not give a flying F about the ex-husband of mine. So if I know all this information about him and I know all the fake profiles that he attempts to use towards me, what exactly should I be afraid of? A person that can't keep their penis in their pants? A person that love to run down and suck down and fuck down every nook and cranny of every person or every orifice that they come against? What exactly should I be afraid of? And that motherfucker know that I'm not afraid of him. He know that, which is why he keep doing foolishness behind my back. That's where the wisdom come in. Could be a Leo. He knows I'm not afraid of him. He know I will step to him too. He knows, which is why he keep trying to portray, oh, and this and that. He knows my heart and he knows my spirit. So if I'm able to get out of this situation, without me being connected with my children at this time, which I will be connected with. Yes, I will. Me ain't worrying about that. I will be 100% connected with my babies. But knowing for a fact the type of games that he tried to play and he failed, he's the one that's pre-transitional now. He the one that can't take it in his head that all this have been discovered. Checkmate. A lot of people always ask me, how do you stay so calm, cool, and collected while all these individuals throwing towards you? Because I can see what they can't see. I am connected to source, divine power, spirit, universe, ancestral power that allows me and guides me to see things that play out before it actually play out. That's why I'm so calm with all that has been happening specifically within my story. I'm just saying. So for the one that can resonate in regards to what I stated here, allow your discernment to become your wisdom. Allow your discernment to fill you up with the intellect and insight that they don't want you to see. No one can discourage you from connecting to source. No one can disconnect you from connecting to source. And that at any point in time, they attempt to disconnect you from source, they weren't there for you to begin with. I'm just saying. So I'm going to stop right there. Gemini. Capricorn. Taurus. Aquarius. Pisces. Leo. Thank you. Scorpio. Aquarius. One more. Pisces. Okay, so if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget your copy of your book, Wisdom Beyond Wound. It is readily available on Amazon for you to purchase here. Thank you so much for your immense support, your shares, your comments as well. You're truly appreciated, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Excuse me. See ya. Bye, Instagram and Facebook. See you later, YouTube. See you later.